I saw this team on Twitter featuring Wigglytuff and Stantler, and I thought, you know, I haven't tried the combination really. The Stantler does get a Violet because it evolves into Wordier, and yeah, it's something that really caught my interest, especially why not try it out in the early stages of this latter season. So we're going to be trying out and see how it performs. This team features Stantler and Wigglytuff. Since Stantler has an evolution in Wordier, it can use a Violet even if it's not in the game yet, and with Intimidate can be very tanky. You have Skill Swap to get Intimidate onto your opponent's Pokemon, so you can set up competitive for your Wigglytuff and Helping Hand to boost the damage output. Torkoal has a Trick or Sweeper and Hariyama for Fake Out and Wide Guard support with a Xian Pao Dragonite mode to help against opponents that Trick Room can't be set up on. The most common lead involves Stantler and Hariyama with the goal to sweep under Trick Room. If you would like to check out the team and the creator, the links will be in the description. Iron Hands, Fluttermane, Iron Bundle, the Sandy Shocks, Annihilate, and Grimmsnarl. Alright, what do I want to exactly approach? I think Trick Room is probably really good. The only problem is the Grimmsnarl getting screens up is actually pretty annoying. And I mean pretty dang annoying. I don't think I need Fake Out to set up the Trick Room. Actually, add Annihilate if it's Defiant. I can't lead the Trick Room super well here, but you know what, we're gonna try anyway. We're gonna try the Stantler plus the Wigglytuff, Torkoal, and Hariyama as the last. Let's see. Now that I think about it, Annihilate is a pretty dang bad time with this team with Defiance, because my lead doesn't exactly deny the Annihilate from moving, and I give it a +1 instantly. Granted, it's not going to KO the Stantler, and I do have Terra in the worst case, but this kind of lead is not great. I'll tell you that much. Okay. I wonder if they double up the... I wonder if they double up here the Stantler, which I think is the case. I kind of want to go for a skill swap into the Annihilate, and I want to go for a Dazzling Gleam here immediately. They might expect Wigglytuff to protect, or they just really want to deny the Trick Room, so they might go after the Stantler here. So I'm going to go for the Terra Poison with my Stantler, be immune to the Drain Punch plus the Moonblast, and then the Dazzling Gleam follow up from there. We're going to see the Annihilate actually just go straight for the Terra. Going to be the Terra Fire. All right. So that's not great because I wanted the Annihilate knockout, but they're not going to give me the Annihilate knockout. We do get the Terra Poison at least. And we're going to get some pretty decent damage in the Fluttermane. It's looking pretty bad, but I do think we have win cons, so this should be acceptable. Oh, they substitute especially. Yeah, that's pretty good for me. They Drain Punch? Bulk Up is terrifying. That's +2, and I gave it 100 power Rage Fist, but I don't think this is that bad. Okay, they definitely expect a Trick Room, so they were just setting up. But this actually works in my favor because I get one more turn of Trick Room if Trick Room is able to be set up. So they gave me the Intimidate on the... I got Defiant too on my Stantler. Dazzling Gleam breaks the sub. Not bad damage on the Annihilate. Not bad damage. I don't really need the damage on the Fluttermane. I just need the damage on the Annihilate. So I think we're going to go for Hyper Voice. Yeah, I like the idea of just going for a Trick Room and a Hyper Voice onto the Annihilate. They're gonna go for another substitute, which is cool. It's a berry on the Fluttermane. Okay. Citrus Berry. Rage Fist. They don't know about Wigglytuff's type. Oh, that's beautiful damage. I'm gonna go up. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. I think Dazzling Gleam KOs the Annihilate. Just gotta make sure the Fluttermane doesn't stall out too much. I do want to go for the... I think we Hypnosis to Flutter Mane and we Dazzling Gleam. Actually, you know what? I feel like Dazzling Gleam should KO to Annihilate, but I don't think we ever risk it. I really don't think we ever risk it. I'm just going to help you hand Dazzling Gleam as they double protect. I could have get Torkoal in, but I don't think I want to risk it on a Shadow Ball potentially. They just protect Flutter Mane. Unless the Annihilate's faster than a Flutter Mane, this is a really good spot for me. So let's see. Yeah, okay, so perfect. I am able to get rid of the Annihilate, which is really good here. Okay. I mean, I'm just not scared of the Flutter Mane. It's Citrus Berry Flutter Mane, so what am I supposed to really expect? It doesn't have like a booster energy, doesn't have a choice specs. It's not doing any damage right now. I wonder if Drain Punch would have knocked out the Wigglytuff. Would have been hard to say. Iron Hand's gonna come out. Actually, I can't skill swap these mons. They Shadow Ball at the worst. I think my play is just to go Hariyama and protect my Wigglytuff. Because I would like Stantler because I can get another Trick Room up in this game for Torkoal to sweep in the end. Because they don't have a Terror anymore that can be defensive for my Torkoal. Thanks to them tearing the Annihilate earlier in the match. So I think I just send in the Hariyama now. As they fake out the Wigglytuff, they're either going to Shadow Ball. Maybe they Moonblast. Did they have Gleam? We haven't seen the fairy move yet. They Moonblasted the Wigglytuff too, yeah, because they have to respect the Wigglytuff. Now I can go for a fake out into the Iron Hands. I can go for a Gleam very safely. I could also go for a knockoff into fake knockoff here, which isn't too bad. I wonder if I live Wild Charge. Probably not. But I am min speed. I don't think they're going to be min speed on the hands. But I don't even think Moonblast KO. Does Moonblast KO Hariyama? Because it's not any boosting on them. So I'm just going to fake out the hands here, actually. Yeah, just fake out the hands. Gleam going to come out into the hands as well. Okay, I was about to say, I think even with the Life Orb plus that, I didn't expect I didn't expect a KO right there. All right, beautiful. Well, my opponents found out the power of Wigglytuff today, huh? Tyranitar, Lycanroc, Gyarados, Iron Hands, the Indeedee, and Flutter Mane. This does not look like fun. This does not look like fun. Iron Hands could be a little bit tricky. The Tyranitar, Lycanroc, of course, is scary. I do really like the Stantler, though, with Intimidate, because they have a really weak team to Intimidate in general. I do like also my Hariyama. I also don't mind them giving me the terrain. Torkoal plus Wigglytuff are pretty strong options here. I could see myself bringing these two as options. I'm just a little bit scared of the terrain. So if I want to bring Dragonite, I probably have to bring the Xianpao. And I don't really want to bring Xianpao into this because they have a lot of things that, you know, Xianpao doesn't like, especially the Sand to break a Focus Sash. Hariyama is just really solid. We have pretty good answers, I think, overall to their team. Stantler with Intimidate is going to be really, really nice. So we can intimidate the Lycanroc and Tyranitar, and they can't really do much damage to my lead. I think the only lead that I think could be scary is going to be a combination of Flutter Mane plus Indeedee, but I can Terra Steel my Hariyama, so I don't think that's too bad. We're going to see the Lycanroc Tyranitar, which is not too surprising. Okay, perfect. As we lead the Hariyama plus the Stantler. And one thing that's also interesting about this lead is there's an Indeedee swap potential. There is the Rock Slide, but I could fake out. So if they Terra Fly into Tyranitar, that means the Torkoal, you know, can go for Eruptions pretty safely into Tyranitar, and they won't have the Sand Special Defense Boost or the Resist, so that's pretty nice. We're just going to go for a Trick Room, I think, and knock off the Lycanroc, because I would like to get rid of a Focus Sash. This also covers for Indeedee. This covers for the Flutter Mane if it wants to switch in. And yeah, we're going to see the Tyranitar swap here. So this might be Indeedee. Yep, Indeedee does come out perfect. So I didn't want to click Fake Out for a specific reason. Even if they go for a Fake Out, yeah, sure. But I did think that knockoff was just a super safe play here. They go for Close Combat into Stantler, but Stantler going to eat that up. A little bit more damage than I expected, but still pretty solid here, as we are going to be able to get a knockoff into the Lycanroc. And now it's really low and put into Dazzling Gleam range, which is ideal. A Trick Room going to come out from my Stantler. Okay. I also have the Flame Orb. Was the Entity Psychic Seed? I don't recall a Psychic Seed activating. I might have been off though when it switched in. If it's not, we're in a really good spot. Yeah, it's not Psychic Seed. Okay. So I think my best place to actually go hard in a Wigglytuff and just knock off the Entity slot. Because I like the idea of just being able to put on pressure. Lycanroc can go for the Endeavor into Hariyama. I think that's completely okay for me here. Let's see. They go for Follow Me, which makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised to see this Follow Me Endeavor here. So knockoff going to come out into the Entity. Does pick up the knockout because of the Guts Flame Orb, which is really nice. So Entity is eliminated. And we're going to see Endeavor. Goggles makes sense. Oh, that's right. Right. We didn't see the sand damage. Endeavor comes out. Hariyama is going to go down to sand plus the burn. But right now we're in a really solid position because now we get an Intimidate off into their Tyranitar if they want to switch in. If it's Flutter Mane, I think that's okay here. And we can start going for like skill swap if we want to. But the question, I guess, is what is their last Pokemon? We also have Hypnosis if they go hard into Flutter Mane. We have a Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam we could throw off here. So we have really good options. Bring out the Stantler for the Intimidate. And it is the Flutter Mane coming out. All right. I don't want to give them a special attack boost or a Torkoal yet. I am just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam immediately. And I think we Helping Hand. I do have Terra Poison, which is actually pretty useful in this situation. Because I can go for Hypnosis. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go for Hypnosis into the Flutter Mane and Dazzling Gleam. I don't think I need my Terra on my Torkoal. Because if I get Dazzling Gleam damage, I just put the Flutter Mane into range, I think, of Heat Wave or Flamethrower into Sun. And if I miss the Flutter Mane, at least I, you know, survive with the Stantler, so I'm not forced into a really bad position. Yeah, like this is a pretty ideal spot. Especially when we hit that Hypnosis here. Okay. All right, we hit the Hypnosis. That's really nice. Okay. So Flutter Mane going to be asleep here. We have the sand building up damage onto that Flutter Mane. All right. Not a bad couple of turns. I just wish a Stantler could underspeed the Wigglytuff so I could go for like a skill swap into a hard Dazzling Gleam here. That would have been really nice. Alright, are going to come in. How many turns of Trick Room do we have here? I think we have 2. Yeah, we have 2. Okay, that's super ideal. I'm going to go for a Protect with my Wigglytuff. I'm going to go for the skill swap into the Tyranitar. And I'm going to give myself the boost. Let's see. I get the Sandstream. They get Intimidate. Activates into my Wigglytuff. So now I have the competitive. I wonder if I can knock out the Tyranitar. Rock Slide. Does that knock out the Stantler? If it does, that'd be pretty nice. But I don't think we are going down. They wake up immediately. Okay. Goes for Dazzling Gleam. All right. But Stantler going down is actually really ideal here because I get Torkoal in and I can click Eruption, Dazzling Gleam, and they don't have a switch. The only way that I'm in a really bad position is if both of these Pokemon have Protect. If one of these Pokemon have Protect, if only one of these Pokemon have Protect, they lose the game because Dazzling Gleam Eruption picks up a knockout guaranteed into any of their Pokemon, even through Terras. So well, actually, Terrifier Tyranitar could be like the one way. Terrifier Tyranitar could be like that one way. I have not seen a Terrifier Tyranitar. And hopefully we will not be seeing one today. So special attack booster on the Flutter Mane. We're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam here. And we're going to go for a Eruption. And because there's no Sand special defense boost, because we have Wonder Weather War, Dazzling Gleam plus 2 Wigglytuff with Life Orb is going to do some damage right here. And then we have the Eruption. So if they want to Terra so they avoid taking super effective damage, they will be taking a lot from this Eruption in the Sun. And it looks like they don't Terra right here. So Eruption going to come out, knock out the Flutter Mane, and Tyranitar, that's definitely an Assault Vest set. All right, so it's single target now with the Dazzling Gleam right here with +2 and a Life Orb. Is able to knock out the Tyranitar, and that is a beautiful game for the Stantler. Overall, was able to get pretty... I mean, we didn't fall for their turn 1. We were able to get the knockout into the turn 2, which was really solid, and then get Wigglytuff into a very solid position. Lightning Hypnosis was just extra on top. I don't think we needed it in order to win because I think they were just going to be clicking Gleam, and I wasn't in range of a Gleam, I think, at all at that point in the game. So Talonflame, Garchomp, Iron Valiant, Iron Hands, Wochian, and the Iron Bundle. Okay, so 2 fighting types is not ideal for the Stantler, but we will find out. I wonder if it's Covert Cloak on the Talonflame or Safety Goggles, because that's actually a really big factor. Because them being able to go for Taunt is not ideal. Do I want to go... Is this a game where I go with the Shampoo Dragonite? I can if I want to, but I really don't want to. I think I'm just going to go with Stantler plus the Wigglytuff. And then I'm going to bring Hariyama and the Torkoal in the back. And I think this is an okay option. I could see a few plays that I can make here. If they want to threaten Stantler, they have to lead the fighting types, or they got to lead Talonflame. And I think if they do lead the Talonflame, I have a few plays that I could just make and try to get rid of the Talonflame quickly so I can get Trick 'em Up later. Because they don't have the best answers to Terra Poison Stantler to deny Trick 'em. Talonflame Garchomp, pretty good for me against my Stantler and my Wigglytuff. Clear Amulet is actually a lot tougher, however. Okay. So I'm going into my Hariyama, and I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice. I have no idea what kind of Garchomp you are, whether you're Terra Steel or Terra Fire, so I think I'm just going to Hyper Voice. I get maybe a 2-shot to Talonflame, hopefully. Hariyama going to come in. They do Terra here, so I imagine this is Garchomp. Yeah, perfect. Gonna be into Terra Steel, which is super ideal here for me. Nice. Earthquake's gonna do a lot, but we do have to take it. A Taunt is gonna come out. Okay. How much does this Earthquake do? Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to tank it with the Wigglytuff at least. Okay, I think we can live one Brave Bird after Life Orb. Eject button? Does that make it easier or harder for me? Actually, probably makes it easier for me. Let's see who they bring out. That's Valiant. Okay. This could actually be a tricky spot. I'm gonna go for a Fake Out into the... Do I expect Protect Earthquake, or am I gonna expect them to attack with Iron Valiant? That's a big question. That I don't know. I really want to Fake Out the Iron Valiant, but I have no idea what the play is here. I think I'm just gonna Fake Out the Iron Valiant and go into Stantler, because this is either Spirit Break plus Stomping Tantrum. This could be double protect to this could be double protect, which would be really good for me if they double protected to deny the Fake Out. Protect Earthquake would also not be great. Garchomp protects. Iron Valiant doesn't look like it protected. Nice. Okay, so I get some damage into Iron Valiant. Beautiful. I can go for a Wide Guard plus a Trick Room here. I'm hoping that Stantler will be... I think I have to risk just... Oh, I can't use after the taunt. Shoot. Change of plans then. We're sacking the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff, you've been... a good boy, but we kind of have to... The thing is, they can't Earthquake and go for a fighting move. I just don't know if this is physical or special. That's my only issue. Hold on. If I sacrifice the Hariyama, do I have to sacrifice the Hariyama? I guess I could close combat here. No, actually, you know what? I am going to close combat. I am going to Trick Room. Because... Okay, if they retreat the Iron Valiant into Talonflame, that works out huge for me. Yeah. But the thing is, if they Earthquake themselves, like, I was more worried about Stomping than Earthquake. If they had Stomping, I was worried about, like, Aura Spear stomping into Stantler and just going down to that. Which, I have no idea if that's actually the case, because I have no idea what the items are. But we got Trick 'em Up. All right. Stantler finally got to Trick 'em Up. We can go into Torkoal. Helping Hand Eruption is looking really solid to clean up this end game. I just gotta figure out if I want this position with Torkoal or do I want something else in the back. There is the Iron Hands that I might want a position for, so let's go for the Terrify Eruption and let's go out into our Wigglytuff. It might have actually been better to go for the non-Terra actually, because even if Iron Hands can switch in, having a Terra for maybe the Stantler for Trick Room backup just in case might have actually been pretty crucial. But let's see how this is going to perform. We are going to Terrify our Torkoal. Eruption is going to do a lot of damage. Garchomp going to protect. No surprise. Talonflame is also probably just going to go down here unless it has protect, but I didn't think it did. All right, perfect. Just going to be really close actually because of that Iron Hands. Talonflame goes down to the Eruption. I'm just worried about like how much they can stall out Trick Room with Fake Out. They have to fake out the Torkoal because if I click Eruption, they always lose. We're going to see... Wait, that's Iron Hands. Does that thing get Wide Guard? I actually have no clue. I feel like it does. Gallade gets Wide Guard. I can't remember what Iron Valiant does. I'm just going to Flamethrower just in case in Dazzling Gleam because it covers if it does get access to Wide Guard. Yeah, exactly. I Flamethrower Dazzling Gleam here, which is perfect. So that's going to KO the Garchomp and prevent the Garchomp from attacking. Garchomp was probably one of the biggest threats to the Torkoal, so this is absolutely beautiful that we get rid of the Garchomp. Now the question is what kind of hand set it is. If it is Iron Hands in the back, of course. Dazzling Gleam. I do want to go for Dazzling Gleam the next turn, I want to say. Let's figure out. Is it actually Iron Hands? If it is an Iron Hands, I don't know what it is. It is Iron Hands, yeah. Okay. Booster Energy Iron Hands. With attack, okay. That's actually pretty scary. I want to Flamethrower the Iron Valiant, and I'm going to Dazzling Gleam, I think. Because I'm trying to think, okay. I don't know if you have Fake Out. You might, but Wide Guard is definitely a potential possibility. You could have faked out and attacked with the Iron Valiant. I'm just trying to cover all the odds. We're going to go for the Flamethrower here into the Iron Valiant. Let's pick up the Knockout so I can actually go for spread moves now. All right, Iron Hands, what do you have? Because this actually could be really crucial. Okay, Drain Punch. Doesn't do that much. Okay, perfect. One turn of Trick Room. We're going to Flamethrower and we're going to Dazzle. That's going to be forfeited. Nice. I wasn't sure if like the Iron Hands had Protect. If it had Earthquake, it actually would have been a pretty scary game. Maybe a Rock Slide. But I do think with the Intimidate from the Stantler coming back in, and as long as they don't crit a move or like, I guess, flinch me down with Rock Slide, I think I should have been safe, but definitely scary. The Talonflame was not expected to be the eject button. Then I could have just let Hariyama and the Stantler and just like Fake Out Trick Room, but I wasn't too sure on that one. Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Xianpao, Dragonite, Tatsugiri, and the Dreadnought. Did I say Tatsugiri twice or did I say Pelipper? I don't remember. I think we have... This is a pretty annoying matchup, I want to say. But it's winnable. We're going to go with our Stantler plus Hariyama. We have Wide Guard, thankfully, on the Hariyama, which is actually going to be really helpful here. And let's see. Wigglytuff and Torkoal in the back. Yeah, so I think this is an okay option. I'm a little bit worried about like how much damage we're going to take specifically from Pelipper and the Dondozo, because if they leave Pelipper plus Dondozo, we're going to be playing a mind game of whether they're going to hard swap and go for the Surf or not. If they go Dreadnought Dondozo, I think this is absolutely perfect for me. I'll take that because I get Intimidate off. As long as they don't Rock Slide flinch the Stantler, I should be okay. I could probably Wide Guard here. I think Wide Guard is pretty safe. Wide Guard could be safe for the Rock Slide, but I think just to attempt to Trick Room and Fake Out is not bad either. We're gonna retreat Dondozo and the Pelipper, looks like. Okay. Which is cool. I get to break a potential Focus Sash on the Pelipper, and the Dreadnought again can't pick up a knockout. It's intimidated. Alright, they did Rock Slide, so Wide Guard was always a play there, looks like. I was just worried about like Hydro Pump or Wave Crash. They did flinch me, which is pretty annoying. Okay. Do I want to attack immediately? I feel like we do want to Trick Room up. I could Terra Steel here. I don't know if that's really worth it though. I think we're gonna Wide Guard to prevent the Rock Slide flinch. If they Hurricane, they Hurricane. But they might be doubling up the Stantler, hoping to pick up the knockout with like Hydro Pump plus Rock Slide. So this also would work too. Okay, they go for Rock Slide. Okay. They go for Hurricane. That's gonna pick up the knockout into my Hariyama. That's okay. Oh boy. Trick Room does go up. I just wish the Stantler could outspeed the Wigglytuff so I can go for the Dazzling Gleam right here with the combination, but it's a little bit tricky to pull off here. I want to skill swap the Pelipper, I think, and just go for the Protect with the Wigglytuff. They're not going to protect at all, actually. Okay. So I am able to get the skill swap. So now I have a +2 Wigglytuff. I think I can Oko them, but we'll find out. Intimidate. So we get the competitive boost. This is Rock Slide and Hydro Pump, I'm assuming. Hurricane into the Wigglytuff. They're just going straight for the damage now. And Rock Slide. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go out in a Torkoal and click Dazzling Gleam here. I think I want to Terra the Wigglytuff especially, just to make sure. I mean, I should always get the knockout. So actually, no, I'm not going to Terra. I want to save the Stantler just in case. I'm going hard in the Torkoal here because if the Pelipper goes for Wide Guard, I either wants to keep clicking Wide Guard forever or switches out. So they won't have rain. Dazzling Gleam able to come out and just knock out the Pelipper. Did knock out the Dreadnought. I'm surprised I didn't knock out the Dreadnought. It's a little bit unfortunate for me. Okay. Rock Slide comes out. I should have Terra'd the Wigglytuff. We did dodge in a Rock Slide with the Wigglytuff, which is good at least. But I mean, we do have Sun guaranteed. So that's still pretty good. And Dondozo comes out. We're going hard Stantler. And I guess we're gonna find out what kind of Dondozo this is. I really wish I did Terra, because I could have forced the Tatsugiri in. Because Dreadnought in the endgame could actually still be scary. Bring out the Stantler, get the Intimidate off. Hey, it's not oblivious. Dreadnought retreats. The reason I want Stantler is because I want to skill swap the Unaware if it's Unaware on the Dondozo and get in our Trick Room up if possible. That's basically the goal. So I wonder what move they have, because usually on the rain teams, the Dondozo just runs water moves. So I'm kind of curious on like how much damage they'd actually be able to accomplish here with the Intimidated Wave Crash and the Surf. Also, my opponent hasn't Terra'd. I just really regret not going for the Terra with my Wigglytuff. It would have been so perfect. Like, my situation would have been so perfect right here. I think we could still be okay, though, depending on, like, how much damage the Dondozo does. We're going to see a Terra from the Dondozo. Oh, this is Terra Water. Okay, yeah. That makes sense for the extra damage output. Yep, okay. How much does this do? It's +2, but it's in the sun. And Dondozo doesn't have the best special attack in the world. Dazzling Gleam going to come out. This is not going to do that much damage, especially if this is Unaware. That actually did a bit more damage than I thought. Surf comes out. Yep. All right. Did I have to sack Torkoal? Maybe it was sacking the Torkoal. Maybe Stantler was more important than Torkoal. Yeah, it might have been. Max Life Orb. The last turn of Trick Room. Now, I think I lost on this play, actually. Yeah, I did lose on this play now that I think about it. Alright. They should protect here. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have to hope that serves a role on Stantler, most likely. If it's a roll on Stantler, maybe there's a shot. I need another round of Trick Room up, but even then, like, I'm taking so much from the Wigglytuff. Everyone turns to normal. We're gonna go for Trick Room, and we're gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam. All right, moment of truth. Is this actually enough to KO with the Surf? Oh, they KO'd both. Man, even its son. But yeah, I definitely messed up that end game. For sure. If I looking back at it, there was no reason to save Terra Poison on my Stantler. There was really no reason not to just click Terra Fairy right there. If I got the double knockout, then I think it's a lot easier because, I mean, is it? I mean, I still think I have a better shot of winning than what I did because there's a Brennan on the back. It's still really tough. I have to guarantee another Trick Room. I think sacking this Torkoal might have been better in this game for sure. Like, I think this game was very winnable, but I did mess up like 2 really important turns that I really shouldn't have. Like, not going for a Terra was just a really bad mistake. All right, let's go over the games. Game 1, Double Ghost is really tough, but my opponent not knowing much about Wigglytuff and being Citrus Flutter meant Stantler could set up Trick Room easier than I had anticipated. Game 2 was able to get to the perfect 2 turns and set up a tough position for my opponent with Wigglytuff and Torkoal threatening the Tyranitar in Trick Room. Game 3, Talonflame was tricky since I had no idea it was Covert Cloak, but I was able to set up Trick Room and call the Wide Guards. Game 4, messed this game up by not going for Terra with my Wigglytuff to pick up the Dreadnought knockout, which I did not think would survive. I also most likely needed the free switch to Stantler, so sacking Torkoal or I could save Stantler's HP were the 2 plays I needed to make. Okay, Stantler. Surprisingly, it was a lot bulkier than I was giving it credit for, especially with that Intimidate, just really cool. Wigglytuff, it's a cool mon to use. It's still damage output is a little bit tricky to use. Its bulk is also like, it's got great HP, but its base defense stats aren't exactly amazing. However, it was a really fun team to try out. If you do want to try it out, there is a rental code on your screen available. You can check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.